Hello guys, welcome to another video. My name is Chiamaka Ozofo and I am an intern medical laboratory scientist somewhere in Nigeria. And once anybody gets internship, the idea of internship is to raise money to be able to save something. If you are a disciplined person, you would want to save money in internship. But in the current state of things, sometimes it is not easy to save money, especially if where you got internship is not close to your family or loved ones, meaning that you would have to travel to a new state, get a new accommodation, at least put one or two into it to make it habitable for you, and then the utilities, be it the rent, be it the light bill, the plumbing bill, the security bill, all those bills will be on you because you are now becoming independent. So these are some of the things that, apart from your personal needs, your medical needs, if you have a condition, so these are what are being put into consideration. And still you would want to save, because you need to save. Your 1 year must never ever be in vain. So in the current Nigeria, fresh graduates are always burdened with how do I save. And I want to just bring out some of the ways that you can actually save. It is not going to be easy, but it is feasible if you are dedicated. So some of the ways that I listed that you as a person can save is, first, to accept the truth that whatever you are being paid is actually not enough, that it is meager. But then you also tell yourself the truth that despite it, that's what you will have something to say, that at the end of your stay or at the end of your foundation in this career, that you'll be able to have something else. So first, some of the things that spend our money as interns: transport. If you happen to live a little bit far or even far, and in that place it's just Bolt or Uber that you have to always enter to come to your place of work, it's a challenge, and you can actually find a way around it if you are intentional about saving. Now, you have to first of all open a separate account. You are banking with Bank A for your everyday to-day expenses, but now you want to save. It is not advisable that you keep saving in that Bank A. Do you know why? Because something might happen and you collect everything in the Bank A, and you say, don't worry, you start again, you save again. But if you opened another Bank B, and once any pay comes in, first thing you should do, pay yourself first. Let's assume you're earning whatever the amount. You're earning 25,000, for instance, and you have decided that in the end of once you receive your pay, that you are paying yourself 5,000. Now, in that salary account, once the 25k enters, what do? You move the 5k into the account that you want to. There are different accounts. You can decide to open a savings account for that. You can decide to have an online account where you lock up your finance, and then they'll be paying you some tokens at the end of the month, or as the case may be. So that is one. The second is to understand the practice that makes you spend more. If it's eating out, if it's transportation. For most of us, it's eating out, transportation, and online shopping. You as an intern, you are still on training. Forget that you're no longer wearing uniform. So they are still hit on your bums. So what do? If trash eating out, I have done it and it's working for me. Do you want to know what I do? On Saturdays, I'll write my list, and I'll go to the market and buy what I want for the time. Sometimes I buy in bulk. Of course, bulk is best. But sometimes if there is no much money, you buy as much as your money can carry. Now, when you buy it, what else do? You come and prepare the meals. You portion them and pack in your fridge. Or however you save your food, you know how to save your food. Now, in the morning, you don't have to come to work late. What you do, you bring out the one you want to eat for the day. You heat it up and package it in your flask and take it to work. By lunch, by your break time, you already have food to eat. Sometimes that does not mean that once in a while you don't buy food, but at least it reduces buying food, because let's assume you bought the food for 1,500. The normal mama put restaurant food, you buy 1,500. But what the food that you prepared, you spent like 3,000 naira to prepare. Of course, you cannot even finish it once. You will not finish it twice. You will not finish it 3 times. So if you look at it, you saved some money. So it's a way of actually saving money. Now, another thing, online shopping. If you want to save, you bring down how often you shop online. By swiping your card, a click on your phone, you are able to pay for something, and after a few days it is delivered at your doorstep. But if you're intentional, you can actually curb online shopping by some percentage. Now, you have to live below your means. Repeating clothes is not a sin, my darling sister, my darling brother. You can repeat your clothes. In fact, the evidence to show that you are the owner of this clothes is that you repeat it. I said so. So feel free to repeat your clothes. And you mustn't always the vibe, the joy of corporate work. You start buying clothes, corporate clothes, on and on and on and on. Manage what you have. If you have 2 black trousers, if you have whatever, I didn't say you should not buy, but don't buy on impulse. Don't buy because your work colleague came with this very trendy one, and then tomorrow you come and sweep everything in your account to just purchase the same attire. It is not right. Now, another thing, invest. But please never invest in what you do not understand. If somebody brings a scheme to you and you do not understand it, do not rush to invest. First of all, try to understand what you want to invest your money in. That way, your money will not be lost. Do you understand? Now, for the transport and the other financial, the things that cost your financial leaks, start coming out on time. Get to know people. Maybe people in your locality are also coming to work towards your side. You start entering their cars, or you take bus instead of Uber, or you fly bike. There are ways to actually curtail expenses. Now, avoid comparison. In fact, avoid pressuring yourself. Nobody's pressuring you. Don't pressure yourself. Don't pressure yourself. Calm down. You're still the foundation of your career. You still have years to make plenty money. Don't pressure yourself. Calm down and build. Save up something. I am begging you. Now, keep emergency funds. And once you are paid, if your utility like light is 1k, this one is 100 naira, that one is something naira, bring it all out and keep aside. So that not when it's time to pay, you start telling stories. People don't like people who tell stories when it has to do with money. So that's another part of the story. So build skills. Have side something that will pay you, that will earn you money. Because if you're interested in building wealth, then you have to be diversified. You must be diversified to build good wealth. So I am not just talking to you, I'm talking to myself to invest in what I know about. And yes, I want to thank you for coming again in my second video, and I promise you that I'll always do you well. I want you to please subscribe, please share, please like, please comment. I am starting off, but with you and with God, I'll make something out of this YouTube. So thank you, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.